to the 3x5 Live
podcast.
On this podcast, we talk about mindset, mindfulness, everything, productivity. We are recording this on Wednesday. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I worked a half day and I came home and Christmas had exploded in our house.
I know.
And I have the biggest pet peeve about we do not start decorating for Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
But I have literally had my children home with me since last Thursday every day, and they've been pushing and pushing and pushing. And so
I think if it was up to you, we would decorate after
Halloween. Absolutely. But here we are.
I think we should cast a vote on people's opinions on this topic. We just can't glance over Thanksgiving. Okay,
we are thankful and grateful and also like Christmas decor. I don't know why we can't do both.
So recently I've had a lot of conversations. This was really serendipitous how this kind of came about. But I've had lots of conversations recently with some people about kind of my journey when I started like seeing successes, when I started my personal development journey, and where things kind of almost like hockey sticks started going up, seeing results. And I've been talking a lot about that. And I was just thinking recently about, man, it took some years. It took some time. We had lots of conversations about my career path, where I was going. And, we just kind of kept plugging away at what we were doing and hoping to see rewards in the future. And then I was listening to a book called Chop Wood, Carry Water. And he was talking about this bamboo story. And it absolutely resonated with me. And since then, I've told this bamboo story probably like 4 or 5 times in very specific conversations where it was so relevant to that person. Mm-hmm. So
buckle up. We're going to tell you a story.
It's really not that long.
No. But you did. You told me this the other night. We were laying in bed and you told me the bamboo story. I don't know what we were talking about in terms of, but I appreciated it. And it resonated with me as well. And I thought that it was great.
So when you grow bamboo, you need to have fertile soil, you need to have sunlight, and you need to water it consistently. Now, this needs to happen before the bamboo starts to grow, obviously. But after year 1, you're watering, it's getting sunlight, fertile soil, no results. Year 2, no results, no growth. 3, no results. 4, still nothing. And then 5 years into this process of watering, nurturing these seeds, the bamboo shoots up to 80 to 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Mm-hmm. Which, if you think about, is so bonkers. So it's spending so much time, so much energy, so much resources from the soil, from the water, from the sunlight to build this foundation and this root structure to support 80, 90 feet of bamboo.
And the roots need to be that developed in order to support the trajectory. So like without that root system, the bamboo wouldn't be able to survive.
Exactly. So recently, when I'm talking to people that are coming into personal development for the first time, I've been using this story because, they're going to be working on their meditation practice, their morning walk, whatever they feel like are the key indicators to move them forward to success. And they're not going to see results, and they're not going to, get all the glory or what may be the byproduct of doing those things until way down the line.
Mm-hmm. I think that this could be something that you use. I mean, you're using it in terms of like health, which we think about like weight loss or movement or exercise. Like you're not going to build muscle one time working out. I try that a lot and it doesn't work. It just ends up being really sore. And then I can't work out for another week until I'm not sore anymore.
This is true.
But I think this also is a testament to, I think this conversation comes up more in terms of like the real estate ventures that you've done or the success you've had with your business or, your family's company and how you have put into practice these very strategic methodologies that your company follows. You guys are setting goals together. You have a shared vision. And at first, it probably seemed like you weren't moving the needle as much as you wanted to. But if you look back at 5 years ago and how much growth you've had, all of those consistent steps and stages. And I think the consistency is the most important thing. Like you nourish that bamboo and that root system with the same ingredients constantly for 5 years, and then you see this crazy growth. So don't give up. The idea is like, don't give up too soon, because with any type of goal, or let's say you're making a career change, you're not going to make a career change, I know this from firsthand, and the second you walk out there, be making the same amount of money that you were when you left that career change. It's scary, it's terrifying, but every consistency that you plant then leads to something bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was in the shower just 10 minutes ago, and I was actually thinking about the same conversation and how it relates to our children, because we just had Hadley and Ash just had their well check this morning, and obviously they are growing. Hadley's growing in like the 89th percentile. She's just like shooting up, and I see this change in this trajectory. So when we are planting seeds for our own success and like putting in those consistent habits for our bamboo to grow, it's kind of awesome when you have kids that you can also think about all of these small practices. So when we were at the well check, their doctor said to me, gave me a piece of paper, and it said, we recommend that Hadley, who's 9, go get blood work taken, because we're finding that more and more kids between the ages of 9 and 14 have really high cholesterol. And this led me to have a conversation with the doctor in front of the kids about, well, what is causing this? Is this diet related? Which most of it probably is, but some of it is obviously genetic. But it usually can be corrected with diet. And so Nash started asking me questions about, is this why we eat the way that we eat? Do we eat healthy so that we don't have high cholesterol? What is cholesterol? Nash is our questioner. But he came home and asked me to fix some lunch, and he asked me to make him a plate of fruits and vegetables. So this type of seed that we're planting, we don't know how it's going to grow in 5 years, but I think it's really important for you to hone in your own growth process. And then just naturally, you're putting those practices into place for your kids. And I think that what we see, that 80-foot leap that these kids make in 5 years, I think it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a great spin on what we're talking about from the plants we're seeding internally, how they can impact the kids.
I think maybe because I'm in that season of my life where I'm doing a lot of kid seed planting, right?
Yes, you are.
Where, I mean, I think it's relative to almost any area of your life, not expecting instant gratification and just like buckling up and sitting in the I guess the hustle until you start to see the.
Oh yeah, exactly. And you can have, like, I also think about it, like, you can hit milestones along the way. So you are going to be experiencing, the analogy doesn't line up perfect, because you are going to be experiencing obvious growth and results,
sure.
But you might not see the hockey stick massive growth. When I was along my journey, I was, competing in ultras along the way as an example, and I was doing really well, let's just say a couple years in, but I didn't know that ultra, what I was learning and the growth from the ultra was then going to help me take down like future real estate deals down the line, where the growth came there in a different way. It was a mindset product, a internal belief product of that ultra marathon 3 years earlier.
Yeah.
So how that correlates. But it's a great way. It's a great way to really think when you're not getting results and you're planning your 2024 year goals, and maybe, it's carrying over from 2023 and you're like, I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to keep on this, weight loss journey or sales journey or whatever, financial journey, whatever it is. You just keep it going into 2024 to continue that momentum, continue to have that root structure build out to be able to support that growth that you're going to eventually get.
Yeah.
So that's what we got.
Bamboo.
Bamboo.
And Christmas trees.
Yes. Have a great Thanksgiving. Until next time.
Guys. Take care.
We are all